to that here, because I think I'm calling this down. We have an overpair to the board, and we have the diamonds locked. I mean, so it was an open, and we 3-bet, and we checked. Guess we're always check calling here. Well. Don't we just love this game of poker that we play, everybody? Welcome aboard the MotherShip after a couple of weeks of break. That's the way she goes. I had another bust out in a satellite earlier today, very near the bubble. Probably didn't need to do this. Piano Cat, resub. What the heck happened to my sub emote? That's weird. I'll need to check that one out because it's supposed to be. But we're DX catting here, so I missed all the DX cats. That was my fault. Confused about why my I wonder if the dematerialization GIF or materialization GIF was it canned for copyright or something. Double check on my Streamlabs at some point. So thank you so much for the resub, Cat. I appreciate that for my God, like a ridiculous number of points. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, this is probably the top of my heart, but it is. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm pounding my stomach now. I'm sure the bottom of my heart at that point. So, how's everybody doing? And a fascinating realization. Well, it's fascinating to me. It's anybody else in the world, but that's the way. It's the way shit runs here on poker. So 66. You know, yeah. Channel name Elron 66. Social media 66 in name. Birth year. Death by quads we just watched. So yeah, 66 number that I generally use. If we're talking about my race cars, 6 is the number that's most likely to be the number I choose if I'm choosing a number for my car. I was, for whatever reason, working things out on the break, and it turns out to be 102. Well, the reason is because I was going to do a silly paint for my car that 66 and didn't quite work out the binary yet. I'm going to have to do that after the stream. I can do octal and hex in my. So I did the octal for it, and it's 102 in octal, which isn't all that interesting or notable or whatever. And I wouldn't be telling the story if that was where I stopped. But here's the thing: I then said, hey, I wonder what that is. I wonder what 66 is in hexadecimal. You know what 66 is in hexadecimal? Turns out 66 in hexadecimal is 42. Which if you were to put a list of top 5 numbers that I will choose to associate with my being, my person, my thing, 42 is going to be very high on that list. Either number 2 or number 3. And other spot for number 2 or number 3 get taken by 69, which I have not worked out in either. Octo, but it's going to be 105 and 40. X plus 3 is pretty much always going to be X plus 3 in octal decimal order. Not always, but pretty much. I have to think somebody put their camera on the ground and took a picture up with that shot. That's my guess, or it was taken by a very small person, one of the two, because none of those people are quite that tall. I've met, well, I shouldn't say that. I've only met one of those people, but I know the one person that I've met is not tall as. They aren't tiny. Don't get me wrong. You know, they aren't like a tiny little short person. You know. No. That's reserved for an entirely different stream. Get booted, which if we do any of that shit. But yeah, 66, 42 in hexadecimal apparently. The sad part about 66 in binary is uh, not going to be an 8. Well, be an 8-bit grid, but it's bigger than 64. Kevin Thal, by the way, Happy Ray, how you doing? And hey, Hexabluff, how you doing, buddy? I don't think I said hello when I first saw your name in there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see ya. Good to see everybody beaming aboard the mothership, filling up the passenger compartment. Lovely guy, lovely, blah, 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 blah. I can say, I see we haven't learned to talk. 2.5 weeks I've had off from the stream. So, hey, some things continue. Some things are eternal. But yeah, no, it's good to have everybody here. Thank you all for coming and joining us. 100% Princess Bride. If you only see 10 movies in your life, Princess Bride 100% has to be on that list. If you only see 5 movies in your life, Princess Bride has to be on. It is among the funniest and best written, best acted, best produced movies ever. It is. It is. Yeah. Can't say enough positive about the Princess. Jacklets are no more, everybody. Our Jillies. Our Jillies have bit the dust just well, I was gonna say moments before the stratosphere, but it's not even that shit, friend. Um, so Still yakking to you guys on the webcam shit. You guys don't want to see my fucking ugly. Yeah, so we got poker here. Well, you can. I mean, you guys would much rather see my fucking ugly face and the tiny postage stamp. 4K glory. This face was not built for 4K, everybody. This face was 100% built for it. I was born into the NC and PAL world, and this is 100% built. This is a 400 scan line face, guys. Oh my gosh! I mean, I have to think that is. I mean, I honestly don't know because I'm an English snob that only knows one language. But Stranus feels like it's a pretty specific, unique name. Like if you meet an Elron 66 or an Elron 69 or an Elron 6900 or an Elron 6600 or an Elron 666 or anything like that, you can probably guess it's going to be me. Like I don't think I've ever seen anybody else do an Elron, with that sort of number combination. Like there are very few Elrons at all out there that spell it the way I do, anyways. And of the ones that do, they're so yeah. I mean, if you see shit like that, you can be pretty. And Strana feels like something like that. It feels like something very intentional. It's been. I mean, yeah, Mandy is like that's again. Well, and again, I'm gonna gush a little bit about Mandy Patinkin and Pacific. The guy has range, right? I mean, you look at his career from Princess Bride through everything else he's played. Like the guy has fucking acting range, right? Nails everything. Nails everything, and it's like you don't. Yeah, I don't know. I 100% shop. You need to take a couple hours out of your life and not regret. Those will not be a couple of hours poorly spent. I will almost guarantee. Although now that I've said all that, just occurred to me, Pat, you can weigh in on this. Is not being a native English speaker potentially going to be a hindrance to completely getting that movie? It's just occurring to me that some of the higher level humor is very language oriented in a lot of cases. What do you think? Very interested for you to weigh in on that question, Kat. Oh, so um, been debating bringing back the commercials during breaks. I wasn't doing it before specifically because it was very problematic and difficult to do. With the jukebox running, getting because it doesn't really work with the commercials and the music at the same time. So the way it's set up now, it's pretty easy for me to pause the music when I go for break, and that pauses the music on the stream when the break occurs. So 3 minutes later, and we go to the commercials. We come back, I unplug music, and we go. Of course, the downside and what that's going to probably mean is cause some stuff maybe not ideal. Like, I don't know. So you guys can let me know. Interesting. At least initially, I'd probably rerun some of the old classics. Wise, but I will also start looking at old content, of course. Ironically, and well, no, I suppose not. It's not that surprising. Um, of my uploads, well, the live poker stuff probably gets the best views. So, leaving aside that, which has kind of a built-in camp audience, at the moment larger than the other audiences, but is also kind of capped to a certain extent to fans largely. Um, but as far as the Mothership archive and even the racing stuff goes, um, the ads only cuts that I have done uh, from the archive streams that I'm uploading are the ones that they do 4, 5, 6 times as much volume as the actual stream does, or as any of my other content does. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. Yeah, well, and that's the thing. The shopper's English is very, very, very good. So, um, well, yeah, I might actually caution somebody who doesn't have as good English, which isn't the first. It is kind of one of those. Yes, pay attention to the story and the dialogue. It all ties together, and it's all hilarious, and it's all got multiples to it. Boom! Sorry, cat. I jumped on your mouse. And to be fair, shopper, even for somebody who might miss some of the subtler linguistic jokes and stuff going on, it's still going to be fucking hilarious if you have any. I think even if you don't understand English, like it is a slapstick. There's an absurd amount of slapstick through the that works. That's just perfectly placed and works perfectly well as well. So it's like it's almost like it works on the level of Mr. Bean, and it works on the level of high end play with English stuff and sort of everything in between. I don't think my mic is randomly cutting out. It doesn't look to me like I've got any issues with my mic. It seems to be very stable when I'm watching the meter. All that jazz. Um, so don't know, but let me know if other people are hearing my mic stutter, and you're convinced that it's not just Ellie stuttering, because Ellie does stutter. Don't get me wrong, does stutter, not as much as it as a kid, but it's just noticed, and I don't even always notice myself because brain reaction. Um, but yeah, I just repeated the start of a sentence only twice in that case, but it's often more than twice. It's often 3 or 4 times. Just make sure my brain has the thought formula. Well, are we going to bust another tournament before the main event or before the Stratosphere starts? No, we're going to get there, and we're gonna survive. We're going to get there and survive. No, sadly, the jukebox is no more, at least for the time being. Goofy's gone a little bit incommunicado. Isn't we see him around every once in a while playing games, so we know he's alive and well, but he's kind of lost interest in a bunch of stuff. Pretty much the only remaining element of the technical advancements from the Movester at the moment is Botron in chat. Long the Botron will be. But yeah, music should be on stream, so if you're listening to my voice, you should be able to hear the music playing live as well. Yeah, sadly, like I say, sadly, the Mooster is in Communicado for a bit. Wish him the best and hope he returns. Join us once again sometime in. We have stratospheric action on the deck, everybody. Go back to my King's R's here, though. Well, good luck in the Tenny Omaha, shopper. And also, don't listen to Botron when he tells you to use jukebox instead, because it don't work no more. It's dead defuncto. No more quack, quack. Two with the two and the two, I think. We've also got, whoops, we've also got the suited ace happening here. One, probably don't have the call, but whatever. Odds are for the call one. That's the flop that comes. Bleh. Bleh. Deadeye, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. See ya. Welcome aboard once again. Been a while for me. I've been off in the, I was going to say the north end of Alberta, but fucking not even close. The middle part of Alberta, barely the middle part of Alberta. There's still a fucking boatload of Alberta North. Yeah, I spent the last 2 weeks in Edmonton at poker series. Go back on Tuesday. Been semi recovering since then. Pretty much back to scratch. Oh, so reasonably happy that. She's going to be a busy one over the next couple of months, though. You guys better buckle up and be prepared not to beam into the mothership on a semi-regular basis over the next couple of months. I got a drive back to Edmonton for the 15th of October, so 10 days from now, I'll be back in October or in Edmonton 10 days. We drive home on the 22nd, I think, of October, 28th maybe, or sorry, 23rd maybe. No idea where. Will definitely not be as late. I'm back for like a week, and then I've got to Calgary for a fall super stack. Fucking winter. It's gonna be fucking winter. But nonetheless, it's technically still fall, so it's called the fall super stack series at Deerfoot. And I think I drive almost straight from Deerfoot to Yellowhead in Edmonton, hours apart between cities. Start a turn after I stack. So yeah, it's gonna be a busy it's gonna be a busy few weeks. So buckle up. Uh, bear with me. We'll get pretty much all of December off of the No tournaments that I cover in December. There probably is one, play at least one. Series, nice room, good hotel nearby, all that jazz. So it'll be fun. Gonna munch out on a granola bar, I think. So I'm gonna mute the mic for a few seconds. So for whoever it was that was asking about the mic cutting in and out, it is going to cut out here for a short time, but I will be back in 4 or 5 minutes. I see poker's happening today. I mean, I suppose I can get away from Ace King there, but I don't really think it's I think I'm supposed to play it that way all the time. Could be wrong. All right, back to the mute for a second. Right. Well, your respite from my voice or your desperate await for the return of my voice, however, voice has returned. I like that flop. I don't love that flop. I wouldn't marry that flop. I wouldn't spend the rest of my life with that flop, but I like it fine. You know, as flops go. And to be fair, if I was going to marry a flop, I'd have to hate it. That does seem probably not like the one you were looking for, Cat. I'm going to guess. Yeah, YouTube. I mean, even when you give YouTube the right prompt, it comes up with some pretty fucked up suggestions. Yeah, breakage time coming up soon. We have main event coming up right after the break, of course. Well, a few minutes after the break. So I suppose I should give you guys a password for that. You know, as usual, always just use space. Main event. And we are now putting that into the chat command. So it is official. Is official. Password is. Yes, it's nice to know the poker continues to happen in my absence. I'm on mic, off mic, away from the game or whatever. 2.5 come back. Boom! You have an entire stream of poker happening. Thank you for the GG cat. GL in the main event at the top of the hour. €1 buy-in, €50 guaranteed. Always dead money. Bought €20 or usually worth of dead money. Meanwhile, we often end up with more than the game. Stratosphere. Prize pool. So far, time around, we have 37 entries, so we're still about 20 off the guarantee, but, still 50 minutes to go, so 50 minutes. So, yeah, gonna be just fine, I think. Gonna be just fine. Moist, how you doing? Good to see you, buddy. Welcome. Sorry for the Facebook noise. Interesting question I saw on X today. I'm gonna leave you guys with it. Question is, if you could live forever without getting old, age, getting old without it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, would you want to? And just as I go on break here, my standard answer to that is fuck no, I would not want to live forever. And we'll talk about why when I come back after the break. If you guys, so let me know in chat what you guys think. Would you want to live forever? guys back in about 5 minutes. All right, we are back. We're going to have the main event popping up on our screen pretty soon. Yeah, Kat. That's my thought as well. Listen, if you want to double my expected lifespan, I might be interested in that. Want to multiply it by 10? Yeah, maybe. You know, maybe I want to live. Multiply it by 100? I don't know. Multiply it by 1,000? I really want to live 85,000 years? That's the thing. Forever's a fucking big number. And I take forever literally when it's a fucking like 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 times the human lifespan. Not even fucking getting close. To paraphrase Douglas Adams, might think it's a long time till the weekend. Peanuts compared to forever, right? I mean, it's fucking big, right? It's a fucking long time. And there's honestly a point where there has to be a point where the only possible new experience you could possibly have would be death, right? Like forever's infinite. So when humanity is, or when you're 10 billion years old, the Earth's not going to exist anymore. The sun's going to have expanded and consumed the Earth. I mean, humans aren't going to be able to live on Earth long before that happens. Husk. I think it's like 1 billion years or less that we have left on Earth. I think less than that actually. More than 1 million, but less than 1 billion. So yeah, at a certain point, you're like, oh joy, we're either inventing interstellar travel, or we're and I suppose if I'm infinitely old, or if I can age infinitely long, I can travel as long as I want. If I can ship that attacks me while I'm out there and feeds me and stuff. Although again, if I don't, I suppose it's only no disease, no accident, injury. So you have to feed yourself, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Still die in the vacuum, I'm sure. But yeah, even given that, time and space are infinite. So and I mean, I guess, I suppose the ability for me to explore time and space are infinite. But yeah, I mean, I think at a certain point, the only thing that's going to give it meaning is the end of it. So yeah, on that happy note, let's move on from the topic of how death is an inherent functional part of existence that finite time frame. And that finite time frame. Eagle piglets, welcome, 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 welcome. Always lovely to have you around. That sounds way more sarcastic than it. Have to come out sarcastically. Right, we have main event action on the screen now. So good luck, everybody, in the Mothership Poker main event. Password for the main event, if you're wondering, is space travel. No space in space travel. Although, as has been pointed out several times, there is in fact the word space in space travel, but there is no representation of space between the space and the travel part of it. If I haven't confused you fully at this point, SPACETRAVEL will get you into the game. Welcome aboard the Stratty, Ray. 48 entries now, so we're less than 10 off the guarantee without even looking at rebuys in. So looking good. No rebuys yet. 49 entries though, so we are 8 off of the guarantee with 36. No problems. Selves. The guarantee and beyond. Good to be back at the controls of the mothership. Get away for a bit and experience life in the real world once again, but it's also nice back here in Hubble. Oh, I did get some sad news. Literally happened the night before. Well, I guess the night I arrived. Morning of the first event. Our colleagues, one of the guys that spent a lot of time organizing, etc., um, passed away. Died in accident. He was partying in. He was down to Colombia. Well, trip down to South America. Partying and fell off a balcony. Wild, crazy. Years younger than me, at least. Probably more like 20. Go look at my pictures of the film and stuff, but so yeah, weird way to start the series for sure. If any of you follow my poker updates group, call me it, but it is a reminder that dangerous world we operate in. poker industry in general sometimes, and you know, happened where. Although the anywhere part is more or less relevant. Pick your anywheres wisely. Yeah, Ryan created well the original Alberta Poker still exists and runs and has a massive following and a membership. After him, working into it right up till his up till the end. New to Nuge, we have a penguin to our left in Stratosphere. Dippers. Assuming that's Dipper. Looks and smells like a penguin to me. Most people don't think about very much. Told by people who have actually experienced colonies of penguins. Antarctica. Smell awful. Sorry, Dip 10. I wouldn't have thought you were hearing. Wouldn't have thought you were hearing. It might be echoing through the mic from my headset, but or from the that I put on the headset. Ah, yes. Okay. So that should be better now, Kat. Yeah, I thought I had the setting where that wasn't being fed through. Wrong. Now you can't hear. I think I can still hear it, but you. Oh, this is probably an advised move. A shite ace, but hey, we got an ace, and they're both the same color, so. I flopped a pair. I flopped a pair and top kicker, so let's pretend like we hit the king. I suppose any pair. Thank you, Shopper. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, he was a good guy. I mean, he was all about the experience and the moment. So yeah. Family must be having a poker community really came together. Together some GoFundMe page, local poker community, help expenses because of course get back from Columbia as well. Cheap, sure. Series was dedicated to him this time around, and our the trophy for the Alberta Poker ever be known from now on as the Snyder Cup. Name- Yeah, I mean, sad it was course time, but our aces are not before their time though. Oh well, aces with the nut flush draw. Just let's just keep piling money into this. Well, let's just keep piling money into this pot, shall we? There's 10 jack that gets there on the turn. But yeah, 100% get there on the river. So do we? I guess there's a straight flush out there that us, but you know, I think I'm going to be scared of those sorts of monsters under the bed. It is that sort of day, I must say. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's kind of brutal. That'd be kind of brutal. To be fair, you're playing 8 deuce, so you know. Yeah, to be fair, you're playing 8 deuce, so you know. I I remember a couple of streams before I left. I made some changes to the music setup that I thought was gonna make it better for everyone, and I think it did make it better for everyone. And I'm still on those settings. But what I neglected to do when I made those settings was uh, go back into my global global settings log. Well, no, that stayed the same. What I neglected to do was go into my advanced audio settings, tell it not to put that particular new audio source out on. So I was putting it out on the record in the VOD channel, and Twitch came along and said, "Hey, hey, 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 you're not supposed to do that." I think I fixed it for today. I slapped my hand really hard there. Actually, kind of painful. Billy Kid, no problem. Welcome aboard. I also saw Lakika earlier. Welcome aboard. Everybody. Damn, GG Dippers, GG 10 spot, buddy. Ah, have a couple of ladies joining me here in the stratosphere. Yes, that also is poker happening sometimes. My got there, boom boom. You got a bigger pair than queens. Got a bigger pair than ladies. We still got late reg time, right? We still got late reg time. Of course, we still got late reg time. Get a set. Have kings or aces. Fair enough. I did have pocket queens there. I was out of line. Everybody had a good couple of weeks while I was gone. Pretty successful series. Edmonton started a little slow, but ended pretty good. Really been doing a ton since I got back from Edmonton. Quiet. Uh, a little bit of work, a little bit of writing, games. Uh, design work here and there. Say design work, I mean work as paid. I just mean shit for my probably do way too much of, but I do have a potential professional car design, car paint. So my buddy Lane that race with a lot. Other things. He just got runs the London Road. First first streaming, I was working at London Road. Um, Goes to a place in Lethbridge called Drive VR. Um, Driver, Drive VR, which has a bunch of virtual racing cockpits up that have league nights and things like that that they run kind of like it's kind of like a bowling alley. There's like public access plus um, yeah, unfortunately it's 2 hours away in Lethbridge, so all the time. Definitely want to drive. Do one particular league race on kind of interested in, so I might be down after I Lethbridge to only 2 hours, so finish our stream at 3 or 4 even. I can eat Lethbridge, hit the virtual tracks for a couple of hours, and drive home. So yeah, I mean, I'll totally. I'm Canadian. I'll totally drive 2 hours one way to spend 2 hours on a virtual track to get in my car and drive back home again on a real highway. So yeah, anyways, long story longer. They've contracted Lane to build him a website. He does general marketing. Do that and build a website for them. And he liked the design I did for him for his business. Asked me to come up with a page. Working on that. He's getting paid in race credit, so he's going to be able to win there for his league nights for free for a couple of months as a result of his web build, and I'll be on a smaller scale because it's an entire campaign, site campaign. You were really interested in the 24-hour 30 stream talking about it. You're not going to be able to do it though. In Calgary doing a fall super stuff. I'm still 2 of 17 in the main event now. We're going to be closing in on the end of entries soon. 14 minutes left in the main. We have a total of 20 entries so far. So there is $30 dead money in the prize pool right now. Meanwhile, over at the Stratosphere, there is no dead money in the prize pool in the Stratosphere. That's because there's more than the guarantee in the Stratosphere. We're at 299.25 right now, with 63 total entries at this point and 11 minutes there. So closing in on the end. If you've been waiting for max late reg, you probably start thinking about it now. Probably start to think about it now. When you hear me say these words, it'll be like 7 minutes for the Patty and 4 main events. So have to hustle it. Giggly, how's it going? Welcome back. Got pocket fours on the big blind. Damn, giggles. Poker is a brutal mistress. But seeing some of the shit it's throwing at me, I don't want to just call out a position here. We're gonna 3-bet this. I mean, that's fair, right? That's learn from what you observe. That's science. Science the shit out of this poker stuff. And to be fair, you're sitting next to me in both games, so I should have probably used the same logic with sevens that I used with fours, Frank. Fall out of position here. Are in position this with the top pair second kicker, so are in position in a good position. Oh my. Are we in that good of a position though with our top pair second kicker? Want to be Stack on the line here. Probably folding the best hand here, but. Wow. 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 Just sidestepped that fucking bus. Seriously, that was sidestep. 99, the Wayne. We're putting the money in. Well, necessarily putting it all in, but we're putting in getting on the chance of the breakaway at least. Racy, racy. That's a pretty good blue line deke by Wayne there. Didn't even have to come in on the goalie. Blasted from the blue line, and she's in. Of course, none of that makes sense to non-hockey fans, but you know how much I care about that. So I'm convinced the song actually is ironic. I agree with everybody. None of the examples in the song are the least bit ironic. That's the irony. She wrote a song called Irony that is unironic in its actual presentation and lyrics. And that's ironic. So it's like a meta irony. So yeah, I cut Alanis a lot of slack here. Well, people really wanting to stomp on the LE parade here, eh? A racing with tens probably. Could be in a good spot. They can easily be doing this with a smaller pair, I think. More likely we're racing or in a shitty spot. We're in a good spot. The ace of diamond made me think. I almost folded that. Almost folded that shit. Sergio, welcome, welcome, welcome. Password is space travel. Self into my main event. There is 21 bucks up top to be won right now. 513 for the min cash in fourth place right now. Still about 7 minutes, I think, to get in that. Oh, 4 minutes to get in that one. We are down to the wire in the stratosphere, though. 1 minute to go, so it'll be closed by the time you hear these words all the way. But yeah, we got the ace and the ace here. A nice run of cards for us. Hopefully, it can run in the. May the odds always be in my favor. I was gonna reshove there, but I actually think unlocked. I don't hate unlocked getting involved. I mean, I know it makes it go 3 ways, but nice. That will be reg closed in the stratosphere, everybody. So good luck, good luck, good luck. We ended with 332.50 in prizes with exactly 70. 7-0 entry. For coming out and joining the game today. And of course, every week. Well, that was unexpected. $62 players and 8 rebuys is what up the 332.50 in prizes in the stratosphere. Main event also now closed. Oh no, 1 minute to go yet in the main event, but we ended up with 26 in there, 24 plus 2 at the moment. Entries are now closed. I'll give it a minute or two to see if there's any entries on this hand, re-entries on this hand, but oh, Diptez has your back there, Giggles. Oh my God. My God, you need to reward this man with something. Shopper, I just noticed your avatar. I'm assuming you are who the F is Andre, based on our previous conversation. GG Dip Test, Super Poker 42. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see ya. Welcome aboard Mothership Poker. We typically fly on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. That is as the time flies in Alberta, Canada, where I am located. We typically fly those days and those travel for work, and when I travel for work, I don't have available to stream, so we have gaps of a week or two here and there in the plan for Monday, Wednesday, Saturday Mothership streams, and expect them to not happen. Ah, yes, that's always fun. That's always fun, shopper. But 7 minutes away from the next break. Of course, as always, I'll be playing down these games whether I'm playing poker or not. If I bust either of the games, we will still follow it to the end. Got my name on them. I gotta stream them, right? Perfect, Giggles. Perfect. All right, well, GG Dippers. I totally understand, my friend. I mean, so far I'm running shockingly well in the stratosphere. I know I've just completely jinxed myself for saying that. I so far have been just shockingly well in the stratosphere. Right, so we got 11 places paid, by the way, in the stratosphere, dividing up that 350, 806 for min cash spots in 11 and 10. 1050, 873, I'm sorry, 873 starts the final table. And then we go from 1056 for 8th place up to 941 for the win today in the stratosphere. 5 places paid in the main event today. 380 for the min cash in 5th. 1835 for the win cash in 1st. Yeah, of course. I figured it couldn't be anybody else. Could not be anybody else, Shopper. Not today. Yes, if you existed in the general vicinity of chat at some point today, it was very hard to miss. The F is. Well, gosh, I had a good hand pre-flop. I guess I don't anymore. Oh my gosh, I have a good hand pre. Oh my God, Diptaz. I was raving about how incredible it is earlier. But yeah, I personally think it's fucking hilarious. That's the reason I think it's classic. The humor is perfectly timed, perfectly written, and perfectly acted. Well, acted and directed, like the whole thing. I think it's a very well put together movie that does exactly what it says on the tin. First and foremost, you laugh your ass. Probably not going to be the case for everyone, I guess, but yeah, that's how I look at it. Anyways, break time. So I am gonna head off to break, and I'll see you guys back in a moment. We be back, everybody. Main event action. Stratosphere action. I am 3 of 29, doing shockingly well in the stratosphere. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but something's amiss. Something's amiss in the old dice rolls of the universe today, because can't do shit in any of the other games we played, but we're crushing the stratosphere. Like, what the fuck is that? It's usually the other way around. I agree, Shopper. I don't think there's any list of classic movies that every person is going to enjoy. Um, humans are wildly unique creatures and always going to be things that people differ about, and opinions are going to be one of those things that end up differing about. I do think you can come up with, and I think this is true for any sort of general artistic endeavor. Look, you don't actually have to like Picasso's work to understand that you have to at least some of his work is going to be crucial in um, it's going to form a list of art that you have to be a you know you may not like the way Salvador Dali can conceives of the world. You kind of have to put him in the same category, right? So I think with movies, with music, all that stuff, you can sort of do the same thing. It's not necessarily a list of stuff that everybody's going to like, but it's a list of stuff that demonstrates mastery of the craft in question at the very least, and in a sort of unquestionable way that sort of everybody agrees on. Um, so yeah, I mean, I think that's yeah. I think there's always going to be you're always going to have your own personal opinions about the style of movie, style of art, or the style of like more than others. Um, but even in the stuff that you objectively don't like, I think you should still be able to recognize quality that, and be exposed, be willing to expose yourself to it when people say it's worthy of. But yeah, no, you won't necessarily love everything. Yeah, it's not a. There's no definitive list of these 5 or 10 movies everybody's gonna love. Not the way it works. I mean, shockingly, I hear there's people in the world that never in their lives Star Wars or Star. Like I'm sure they don't show their face lynched at this. You know, might even be a one or two hiding out in our chat room. When Robin Hood Men in Tights, I don't hate the movie by any stretch of the imagination. I yeah, don't didn't find it. It's probably above average, I would say. Um, but yeah, yeah, I don't know. I say I certainly wouldn't put it Princess Bride territory. I'll give you an example of a movie that I dislike, but I also think is an achievement, a masterpiece in almost every way. Um, 2001, Space Odyssey, Stanley Kubrick. Um, I don't like the movie. I don't like the I didn't like the book when I read it. Don't like the story. I don't for whatever reason. It's just never grabbed me. Never. Never, but the both the crafting of the story in the book and the way the movie's made, which are two different things, and the stories are actually two different stories, kind of. Right, we are doing things in the main with our King's Arse. But yeah, that's a perfect example for me personally of a movie that I don't really like. But I would also point to and go, that is on my list of 5 or 10 you really should watch in your life. I've watched it 2 or 3 times. One of the ones I actually tried to like, or I thought I might like if I watched it more than once. Well, sheet, we've got the Chucky bot going on everywhere today, apparently. Yeah, sorry, buddy. I like that the chatbot is telling me now a possible ban evader. Boom on the river. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. G and G. Unlocked has been unlocked from the game. G. So we're still doing shockingly well in the stratosphere somehow. How this is happening? Thing must be screwed up in the universe, but hey, it is what it is. I'll take it. Record, I probably have to call you off if you shove here, Kev. So I'm glad you didn't. Although maybe you would have doubled up through me. Oh, probably have to call off if somebody shoves on me this time too. I'm okay with that happening when you've got aces. Not the worst result in the world. Not the worst result possible by any. So many uglier things can. get this one through, Detox. I'm not going to call you off with my king 8 there. A little too many big blinds. We're 4 of 20. Just 9 off the money over in the stratosphere. We're 6 of 18 here. 13 off the money and just outside the money. We're well inside the money in the stratosphere, though, at this point in time. Just potentially flopped huge stratosphere as well. And finishes, which it has, I suppose. Oh, well, I flopped huge. That turn is kind of ugly. Sigh. Let's have a big sigh. Let's have a big. Don't even have any outs if they have the 8. Either of my cards to give me the boat. Wow, everybody. Wow. Shouldn't have check called that flop. I should check raised that flop. I stringing them along, right? That fucking bites. That fucking bites, my friend. Nice hand, though. Damn, GG Dippers. G and G Dippers. Been brutal for me right up until my own games. Everything else has gone shite for me today in the poker. It's funny, I did learn this about poker. I apparently have to relearn it about my racing game. Don't be obsessive, or at least don't be obsessively obsessive about your game. I've done this. This is the 3rd time that I've done this now. I've built up my rating, my safety record on the game, my racing game, with 5 or 6 good results in a row. Done on days where I do maybe 3 or 4 races total in the day, and then pack it up and go off and do other. And then I'll put in a day where I run a race every 30 minutes for like 6. And by the end of it, I just fucking trash my safety rate. Track, and I'm crashing into people, and I just. So I really got to learn to just stop and not race anymore. It's like I had to learn to just stop and not play poker. We might be involuntarily stopping. Well, I guess not. We're not gonna bust anyone right now, but you never know who's gonna call us. Thank you, Shopper. We're getting it's like the 3rd or the 4th one of those. Got today. And G in the main. We are down to 13 players now. Cox is not going to get their fix that time. Aha. Aha. This is a hand I am very likely willing to go to war with. Small border skirmish, anyways. I'm 100% willing to war with. Poker. Poker occurs, people. Meanwhile, back in Stratosphere land, Chili's have appeared. Three ways to play jacks. They are all wrong. Probably the wrongest way. All. Three. Go flop. Four ways. Four ways to a flop. I think we do that because we were intending to do this. When this sort of good fold to Lucky This. Very good fold there. Whatever you had, I'm pretty sure it was a good fold. Damn, GG Shopper, Omaha Wrap. I briefly considered dropping cash in to register one of those big series games going on right now. Decided not to. King's Arse. Pretty sure my 9 bigs are going in here. 8. Like, whether I'm shoving it or calling it off, I think it's should maybe just min raise there. Be happy to call off the shove. The problem with that, of course, is I don't really want to see a flop. Although, to be fair, if they just call, I can shove the flop. Yeah, I don't know, Ray. That book's still coming out. It's at the pre-press, and they're having trouble. They're having trouble typesetting my formulas for whatever reason. All the imaginary math. G Ray. I am flipping well in my games so far today. We're 5 of 16. Puts us 5 off the money here in the stratosphere. So one bullet deep. So we're in cash guarantees us profit on the game. If we could final table this puppy, $13. Yeah, if we can get seventh, which we're in the range for at the moment with our stack, and we'll be in profit on the day, which is always a good thing. If you've been off for a couple of weeks, come back. Profitable day, never a bad way to start, especially given how it began. I'm gonna do my best in this stratosphere here. We're 4 off the money now, shopper. So it's not impossible. Down to 11 in the main as well, so we're 6 off the money there. I'm 9 of 11 there though, so I'm less likely to be cashing at this point. I just gotta find myself a double, which is not necessarily something that's going to happen. I am playing this kind of the way I'm supposed to, which also means I could bust quite easily. So 5 of 15 now, 11 paid, 806 for the min cash. I'm not going to read it out. Stratosphere lobby right there. Damn, GG Shopper. That's how she looks right now. 15 left, 11 paid, 806 for the min cash, 92.41 for the win cash. And for the main event, that's the current situation. The chips fall right now. Let's head back up to the stratospheric action. Guess they didn't catch enough of that flop to keep going, but I caught some of that flop. Got some backdoor shit going on there. Serious backdoor shit going on. Saying. Yeah, saying. Yeah. Indeed. Indeed. We are hand for hand to the final table in the main event now. Which actually means we're at the final table. Remember, we're on Unibet. Indeed. Good luck, final tablists in the main. We're still 4 off the money, though. 4 off the money in both games now. We're still at 15. They're in Stratty. Oh, excuse me. I have ace queen here. I know I'm getting fucked over here. No, I folded the best hand there, but what am I gonna do? Down to 8 in the main event. Might be about to get my money in there. I think with 6 bigs on the cutoff with ace 10. Probably got to happen. Find our ace. Indeed, on the turn. I like it. Like it a lot. We are running well today. Well, other than when we get our nuts kicked here. Still 13 to 15 over in the stratosphere. We're down to just under 10 bigs now. 9.82, but still alive. I mean, I think I had to fold the ace queen hand. Other option at this. It's kind of stupid the way it played out, but. Indeed. I mean, yeah, that could be a good day depending on the context. I was gonna say you don't want to get bent over a poker table, but again, context. Context is king, right? Context is always what matters. Your exclamation point shift at 8 giggles. I always find other countries' keyboards fascinating because exclamation point on my keyboard is shift 1. Yeah, we're probably putting 9 bigs in with better part of 9 anyway. I mean, a little more than 9 bigs when you count my small blind. Down to 13 in the stratosphere, 2 off the money. I'm still not in a money spot, but still have hopes and dreams, and we're not the shortest stack in the game. That's always that. Getting pretty difficult to not to be the shortest stack and also not have a stack in the money, though, at this point. You know, that's getting to be a pretty small window at this stage. Meanwhile, this window is going. Short stack just got the double in the. We are out of the main event. Um, Oh, yeah, the short stack got the double, but another player was shorter. So we're out of the main event, 8th place. Everybody else, good luck in that. I am still hanging on by my fingernails here. Oh, wow, we might be hanging on by more than our fingernails here. Calling your shove this time, buddy. Well, that should put me into some scoring position. Go 8 of 13. I knew given the right opportunity, I'd get those chips back, or some of those chips back anyway. Back, of course. Yeah, but we are 2 off the money in both games, though, so playing down. I am still alive and potentially cashing. We're not quite in a let's profit on the day spot here in the Stratty, but so 2 pair versus the Broadway straight, and it is 1 off the money now in main event. Uh huh. Shift for your numbers. That's interesting. Our numbers are unshifted, and the characters are special characters are shifted. It's just astonishing how many concepts from the are on the modern computer board that have actually had to be wedged into computers to make them work because they were designed for typewriters. Thank you, shopper. Still, we still got some big blinds in a dream over in the stratosphere though, so we're still looking to take some money out of your guys' pockets here on my first back. Speaking of which, pretty sure that this was going to happen again at some point, where man gets into some trouble. Yeah. Thanks, Ray. Might have to pull it back from the. My math might not have been quite imaginary enough. I might need to pull it back from the printers. Maybe that's why they've rejected it so many times. Oh no, you did not tell us what happened with your heart there, Giggles. Oh, money has been reached in the main event as well. So Nice, nice. Good, good. Yeah, I don't think I remember. Well, you may have told people. I may have missed it. I have not really been dialed into chat Discord over the last couple of weeks. So glad to hear that. Doesn't affect you, and you need no more scans. Yeah, I had to do a big cholesterol change. God, it's like 10 years ago now. Dang, a couple of years. Nearly a decade, anyways. It would have been like 2015 or 2017, probably after 2015. Definitely after 2014. Um, yeah, took me a while to. I mean, my issue was I was eating too much fast food. Like, that was all I was eating. Ate real food. I just went to Wendy's or, wherever. You know, not real healthy. Um, and yeah, my cholesterol was like 3 at one point. So it wasn't that hard to change my eating. Um, but yeah, it definitely took effort, and there was probably 6 months at least of diminishing, but nonetheless palpable withdrawal, whatever psychological or um, flavor, taste, food additives, whatever. I really stopped craving it. And I do once in a while have. So I will maybe, and I swear to God, I'm not exaggerating this at all. I will maybe have 2 fast food burgers a month, and that's a lot. I will occasionally have more semi gourmet burgers than that. Like if I'm at a family-ish restaurant, like burger at the casinos, fresh veggies. But even that's not particularly often. Um, so yeah, basically the big thing was I stopped eating it myself all the time, almost all the time, 5% of the time, anyways. And that necessitated buying real food and cooking it. It's not that hard to cook basic. I know you cook out of adjusting your menus a bit. Like for me, I'm very plain with my. I not I don't think my diet. I don't think it's necessarily be able to stomach it. Certainly not the regularity of my diet. Right, we're in the money in the stratosphere, so I will give you advice on how to eke your way into the money with a short stack. Games. Hey, don't play poker. Fold your fucking hand. Simple advice. I mean, Ray, he could have requested the other one, buddy. Man. An 8 bang. Well, that sounds like a night to remember. So at the moment, I am min cash arenaing here. We're still fucking card dead. Ladder up a spot or two. I guess we have to ladder up 2 spots at least. More than like a third of the stack of the next, probably. Probably gonna need to find chips if we ladder at all. Still 5 left in the main, so none of the money over there has been. Well, it's all been decided. That's all being divided between. If it has actually been a portion. My God, language. However, I think some of it might be about to be potentially portioned out. No, they don't quite get there with the flopped. Does not happen. The Codfather with the double up, and we're 5-handed. So 11 ways is the shorty over in the stratosphere. However, I am just gonna back the fuck out of the way here because we could jump to 10th. Happen, but it could. Could. I mean, it's a suited connector. I was actually thinking about shoving with that, but of course, getting called with ever a header even close. Technically live sometimes, I guess, but still pretty. Probably the best fucking head I've seen. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Let's get the quads in. Come on. Come on. Gotta race. Triple up though. Oh my God, worse than a race. Alrighty, well, GGLE, 11th place, 806. No profit on the day, but we at least make a profit on the tournament, which, not a terrible thing. If this table has died. Looks like there's still 10 in here. Hand for the Indeed, hand for hand. Alrighty, Mr. Dips, I should be around on Monday, so hope to see you back then, my friend. Lovely to have penguins on board. Alrighty, we are into breakage time, everybody. There is one hand still playing out here, but it is now complete. We are down to 3 players remaining now. DeCodfather was 5th place. Stecky Bars is 4th place, 630 actively flipped prizes. Back in a few minutes. Right, we are back. Left in the main final table bubble in the Stratty. So that one is playing into the big money now after Ellie was the first player out in the money, though I will add in the money. So we did, somebody earlier said, dear God, please have somebody on the stream get in the money. There you go. I got in the money in the stratosphere, my friend. Wasn't quite in the money on the day, but we did profit on the tournaments. That's a good deal. I do kind of feel like they might have rejigged the um, payouts of the stratosphere. So $92 up top for the win when we had 330 prizes. 300 prizes seems bigger than it would have been. And 806 for the min cashes seems smaller. 10 before, I would have thought. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I only record field sizes. I don't and a prize pool total. I don't. I should start recording maybe. Alrighty. Well, things are coming to a conclusion at some point in the near future, I would guess. Event is concluding relatively soon. They aren't that deep. Oh, that was a big cooler right there. All the jacks in play. Someone's gonna be unhappy. Wow. Wow. Bear just gets stomped on twice in a row. There, heads up. So looks like a So7 has all the chips, but we know what can happen heads up. Anything. Anything. Happen heads. Ready? So yeah, thinking about starting up the ads again during commercial breaks. In that idea, but been considering it. Be getting some traction on the. Oh, we're final table. Notice we're final table of the stat here. Appio 1, 806 also in there in the main cash club with the Elster. Have you there, buddy? Good to have you there. I mean, sucks for you. I like the company anyway. Meanwhile, 873. What they're all guaranteed now. So pretty much the same situation over here. Heads up with So7 in the lead by a good chunk, 3-1 roughly. So, but hey, two doubles by Paducah. Whole different card game. Seven seems a bit relentless, however. Big chip shift around in the stratosphere. Dopey 99 is back now. Queen got crapped on by King Jack. Jack on. Stay focused here for the time being, though, because it's the end game here. Got my eye on the final table. Got my eye on the. Oh, this is a bit of a cooler, and it is over the somewhat predictable fashion, given the way the counts were. But like I say, anything can happen. Heads up. Good game to so 7. Paducah, 1266 for the second place. Consolation prize, 1835 for the win, of course. Then we got 886 for Bear in third. Stecky Bars, 633 for fourth. And Godfather for the fifth place. That is a look at the situation, how it all stacked out in we're down to 7. No, sorry, we're down to 8. My mistake. OP99, short stack, out the game, 873 in ninth place. Up to 4-digit payouts now. Decimal place. The Godfather with the double cash today, I just noticed. Got the min cash in the main event, and we'll do slightly better than min cash at least. Now they are the short stack currently, but average stack's about 20 bigs right now, so are not super short, but short enough that action is likely to. No oats yet, but I guess you are heading out there, Happy Ray. Indeed, I will see you on Monday, my friend. Back. Nothing that I'm. Nothing that I'm thinking of that might stop me. Like I said, I might end up going to Lethbridge for driving, but if I do, that will be after the stream, and at Lethbridge have some dinner. Yeah, hit the place and race some cars at high speed, virtual cars. Indeed, I should be back on Monday regardless. I see you. See you soon, my friend. Oh, excuse me. Don't mean to yawn in your faces, but that's apparently what I'm going to do right now. It's just yawn in your faces. Got cooler cities going on here. Just big old coolers to close sides. Podfather manages to earn a bit of a ladder there. ZRGSWRM out. 1056, 1382 guaranteed now. My mythical profit line right here, right now. The Codfather got there. I did not. That is as far as the Codfather will get, though. The fish eaten by Sproff. Down to 6. 1382 for the Codfather. Now the short stack, pretty much family pot this time around. 0 away. Lots of clubs on that board. The running clubs too, actually. Gutties in the 2 spots there. Double Gutty. Back. Open ender. Of course, Hearts does nothing to any of those hands, but you know, the way poker rolls sometimes. Ace of clubs does change the perspective of the hand. %, I'm not believing. Or 2 clubs. And do not want to bust. Is off to the races. That was a flop. Down to 5, however. Rensauce. That's 1814 at 6th place cash. Oh, back to yawning in your faces again. Suppose there are less polite things. I'll just stop that thought. Oh, excuse me. Oh. That's a pretty. Like Blonde Man 88's gonna take this one down. Took me out of the game. Well, looks like we could be down at four left. Guessing one of these two. Huh. All right. Well, still five. Still five players. go to the bank. Still, it's 4, and I get form of actual, honest to God paychecks. Not even actual, honest to God paychecks. Worse than that, business checks, expense checks, casino expense accounts. Wild. Six or something. Antorino, how you doing, buddy? Uh, Managed to find yourself here for the tail end of the stream, anyways. Probably not too much longer. As Stratosphere is the last game on our docket today. It is nearing its conclusion. Might see one more break, but I'm thinking probably not. Probably near the finished. Two and get there. Fold. By the fold. All right, Jack's hold. Vonnie is out in 5th place and down to 4 now. 418 for Vonnie in 5th. And well played. That's a cash no matter how you got into the game. Absolutely is an interesting game. Are you Blom Man by any stretch? Not seem like it's your play style exactly, but and then there were 4. How is this all going to wash out? We yet to find out. Definitely been an interesting game. Oh, yikes. That's never fun. Been there, done that more than once in my career. Certainly pain. Oh, it seems to happen right at the end of the shift, right? Happen. Yeah, all right, ready to go home. Oh shit, what? You said everything's down? Fuck, does this always happen at 10 minutes to 10 minutes out the door? Luck getting her sorted tonight. I do often find I remove, well, found if I removed myself from the situation, went home, went out, did something different. Something would occur to me, or I'd at least have a fresh enough mind when I back the next. More likely to be tracked down. I don't know. There was a certain point where it was definitely diminishing return. Even go home and work on a problem, there was diminishing return. Wasn't going to pay off, and it was road for my mental health and my mobility problem eventually. Economic situation simmer for a bit, and found it often would either have to uh, oh wait maybe about that. Anyways, good luck getting her sorted. They're done that. Uh, Many myriad reasons I'm happy that I'm system administrator. Basically your life. Like I went on holidays and things, so don't get me wrong. It's not like I. But most of the places that I worked, there were at least some things about the operation that I was the unquestioned expert on it. Why I was there. Um, so every single one of us, to a certain extent, knew spots where you mission critical to the portion of the mission. Um, it doesn't matter if you're on vacation. It doesn't matter ever. When the mission's critical and you're a critical part of the mission, it needs to be sorted, right? So yeah, no, yeah, I mean, I basically spent knowing that I was on call 24/7, 5 days a year. Certain shit needed to get fixed. There's only one person would or could call because, like, sadly, that's the sort of operation I worked at. shoestring budget operation so that, you had like, your team of IT guys would be three or four experts in different fields got together to handle, your system. Maybe hardware. Yeah, you know, the shit broke in their particular area or in your particular area, you knew you were getting the phone call. That. One of the reasons I hated when cell phones became a thing that everybody had. Expected no matter where I was, pick up the phone and answer calls. Back in the 80s, you're out, you were out. You didn't call later. Got an answering machine. This four-way battle's been on for a bit. Three's gonna double here. Woman does seem destined to take this one down. System upgrade. Either OS or application upgrade day. Righty, Pocket Sevens gets a double up once again. We are still four-handed. Yeah, OS or application upgrade day was like the worst day of my life. You go through all the upgrade procedures, press the on button again, and hope to fucking God it all works properly, or spend next 2 to 12 hours of your life trying to figure out why the fuck it doesn't work properly. He's dread getting software upgrades from San Diego and last job because it was like a 70-30 crapshoot. Was gonna work or not. Well, 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 Zera back in action. Chip leader now. Uh, literal dregs, less than two bigs, I'm pretty sure. You have an interesting play style, I must say. Average stack of 19 bigs, basically. Again, not super short, so it's a shove fest, but also not so deep that go on forever. Actually, this game actually plays reasonably well that way. Minutes to the next break, so it's still an open question whether or not go to break or not. Certainly won't be around much after the break if we do go to break. Oh, excuse me. Gosh darn, I'm yawning in your. Yikes. Yikes. That's the way that's been going. GG Zera. 455 for fourth place. That was brutal. That was brutal AF. Not gonna lie. Not gonna sugarcoat it. Not gonna say anything else. That was brutal AF. Holy fuck. Like my work much better now. Even when I thought I liked it, I didn't. Let's say there's a time when it was at least interesting. Wasn't even really that anymore. So, oh Jesus Christ! Saw the wheel first, right? And got there again. Flush, and I'm like, wow. I said, although we're not heads up yet, anything can happen. Poker tournament. Wow. Getting there. Theme of this game. And they're even. Well, it is all over for Blauman in third place for 48-36. It was a run. It was a run. Roof. Shipley now against Nick at 74. 5 minutes to the break. Will we have a break or will we go to the closing her down screen? That's the big question here. That is the open question. It is an even bet at this. Then again, maybe it's not an even bet. Maybe we're heading to the or not, or yes, or however it goes. All right, well, Roof puts the pedal to the metal right there at the end and takes her down for 92.41. Nick 74, 65, 63 for second place. Kind of just by sitting around, doing what. Ooh, carrot and parsnip stir fry. For more vintage poker content from Mothership Poker, click the subscribe button and check out the playlists for all of our old archived content, as well as the ads only cut from some of the early streams.